Once upon a time, there was a disciple of Gautam Buddha who had been eagerly waiting for years to be sent to a village to preach. He had devoted several years to learning in the monastery, yet Buddha had not sent him out for sermons. Time passed and his patience began to wane. One day, he decided to approach Buddha directly and request permission to go and share his knowledge. He went to Buddha and said, "O Lord, I have been learning under your guidance for many years. I feel that now I am ready to impart my knowledge and wisdom to the people. Please send me to a village so that I may preach and guide others." Buddha listened to his words and said calmly, "My dear disciple, your time has not yet come. You must wait a little longer." The disciple, who had been waiting for a long time, could not contain his frustration and said, "Master, how much longer should I wait? I have been here for several years. If I am not ready yet, does this mean that you have failed to teach me properly?" Buddha, understanding that the disciple's mind was clouded with impatience and arrogance, so he decided that words alone would not make him understand. He gently said, "Very well, if this is your wish, then I shall send you to a nearby village tomorrow. Go there and deliver your sermons and share your experiences." Hearing this, the disciple was overjoyed. He thought to himself, "Finally, I will prove myself to be a great preacher." The next morning, he set off toward the village with enthusiasm and confidence. Upon reaching the village, the disciple gathered the people and began his sermon. However, to his surprise, no one paid attention to his words. Instead, the villagers mocked him. Some ridiculed him, while others grew angry and even assaulted him. No one was willing to offer him alms, and those who did threw the food at him in disrespect. Humiliated and battered, the disciple returned to Buddha. His face was swollen and his clothes were torn. Seeing his state, Buddha asked, "What happened, my dear disciple? You seem distressed." The disciple, filled with anger, replied with disappointment, "O Lord, you sent me to a village of fools and ignorant people. They did not listen to a single word of mine. Instead, they insulted me, beat me, and refused to give me alms. How could you send me to such a place?" Buddha smiled and said, "But was it not your own desire to go and preach?" The disciple, still seething with rage, and said, "Yes, but I did not expect such a treatment. Please send me to another village instead, where people will respect my wisdom." Buddha replied, "I shall send you, but not tomorrow. You need to rest and heal from your wound first. Also, tomorrow I am sending another disciple to the same village. Let us see what his experience will be." The disciple nodded, still feeling humiliated but eager to prove himself again. The next day, another disciple of Buddha went to same village. Like the first disciple, he was also mocked, insulted, and even beaten. However, he remained calm and did not react with anger. After completing his sermon, he returned to Buddha. His condition was similar to the first disciple. His clothes were torn and there were injuries on his body, but his face was serene. Buddha asked, "How was your experience, my dear disciple?" The second disciple, bowing respectfully, and replied, "Master, the villagers are truly innocent and ignorant. They lack understanding and need wisdom. They did not offer me alms, and those who did threw them at me, but I did not take offense. I remained patient because I knew they were doing this out of ignorance and not malice. Their actions made them question why I did not react with anger. I believe that with time I will be able to bring a change in their hearts. When I visit them again, I am sure they will be more receptive." Hearing this, the first disciple, who was standing nearby, felt ashamed. He realized his mistake. He fell at Buddha's feet and said, "Oh Master, you were right. I was not ready to preach. I still have arrogance within me. I look down upon the villagers and consider them fools, whereas the real fool was me. I lacked patience and humility. I now understand that before I can change others, I must change myself." Buddha smiled and placed his hand on the disciple's shoulder and said, "My dear disciple, no task is accomplished instantly. To guide others, you must first cultivate empathy and patience. Only when you endure hardships with a calm mind can you truly transform others. Everything changes with time, but before seeking to change the world, one must change oneself." Hearing these words, both disciples bowed before Buddha with deep reverence and continued their journey of self improvement. This story teaches that true wisdom lies in patience and self transformation. A knowledgeable person must always remain calm and composed. If one lacks patience, they can never truly guide or change others. Before attempting to transform the world, one must first transform themselves. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, hit like button, and for more such stories, subscribe to our channel. Thank you and stay positive.